matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about a home field advantage, you have to consider Kinnick Stadium. The fans are right on top of the action. They are on top of the opponent's sideline, making it one of the most difficult places to play in all of college sports. Named after Niall Kinnick, a war hero, the beautiful wave to the Cancer Children's Hospital. This is one of the most iconic spots to watch a college football game in the country. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Hawkeyes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Second and long here. Wasting no time slinging it around. Soft spot in the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Hey, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know, receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love this stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12 wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to take the top off. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
And the defense is kind of smiling about that one, right? The receiver got a chance, got open, had a chance to make a play, but man, you don't see it very often, but just lose concentration, and that is a big third down stop for this defense on that drop pass.
The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it.
Oh, shit.
He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Handoff for Malton. Shakes off the defender. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. This is a design run.
Oh my God, bro.
Running inside the 20. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run, and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Now on the move. Got some room, heading to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's design or whether it's off script scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So it really just opens up all. The whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
Bringing it out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Look out! Left side is Jordan. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Blaylock. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Using his legs, it's play line. Turning it on. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw one first. Lets it go for the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Man, as you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. You want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They've got a first down here to open the period. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it! They will score! Touchdown Sooners! That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They put the brakes on it.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get them to the ground.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for space. It's Russell. It's that hole for 4.
All right,
He
go
gets it out
straight.
to the
You want to
16.
through me.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Third and long right here. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Out wide right, it's Coleman Williams. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the give to Malton. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Gonna let it fly. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Tries to do it himself. Quarterback gets the 1st down. Oh, he's got some space. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
For offensive coordinators, you see big runs like this in the first half. Man, it gets you excited because it opens up the whole playbook. Everything I have to use. I like all these.
Fuck, I ain't gonna throw the ball, man. All right.
Quickly down the field. Handoff for Malton. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. This time they'll throw it. Rush right in his face.
And, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. He's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game. But they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
Grab behind the line. It's Malton. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down.
What? Okay.
Handoff to the single back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd down, here's Malton. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Iowa!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, you know, and the second one, you know, usually he takes me out of the game.
Going for 2 here. Wonder if they're going to be chasing points the rest of the game. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. These 2-point conversions are tricky enough. You don't want to add to the degree of difficulty by backing up 5. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Snapped it, they'll throw to start the drive. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll need a bunch on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Gets rid of it. Can't hang on after the hit. It'll bring up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the knee on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Looking for a huge play. Goes high to pull it in. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And now that completely changes the thought process for this offense. Like, you're thinking, don't make a bad play, don't turn it over, understand I might have to punt the football. Now you flip the field position immediately, looking to be aggressive to get some points before the half.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Just missed on the connection.
Yeah, bro, how you run into him?
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Stepping to the right.
Done.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Iowa spends his second time out here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Slow as hell, bro. Oh, ball away. Gotta bench you though.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Punt is in the air. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Trying to get in the corner. And he's not going anywhere as his defense has no plans to give up a big play before the half. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Hawkeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. They want to run this quarterback.
Oh my fucking gosh, bro.
He's got enough. Past the 50. Inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown.
Oh gosh, bro.
He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And if the defense didn't know, they know now. That QB right there, man, that dude can fly. This offense is so explosive because the guy who gets the football can take off.
Everybody get pancakes, bro. That's shit crazy.
At any point on the field, and he shows you how it's done right there.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7.
Oh, offensive line get
This
pancakes.
offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. On the run from inside his own 5. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Drops back on first down. They're all over him. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And this QB's got to find his rhythm. Like he's out of sorts right now. He's out of sync. The ball's not coming out on time. The ball's not in rhythm. The receivers and quarterbacks and tight ends got to get on the same page, man. This offense has got to get something going positive because they've just been struggling through the air.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quickly to the tight end. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at the Rice Owls taking on the number 25 team, the Temple Owls. And it's Rice with the 7-3 lead in what's been a defensive stalemate so far.
So I selected.
How was your day today? I had a good day today.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11.
Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Sunbelt.
And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. If it's working, why change it? And this running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Wants to go up top on second down. Here comes the heat. There he goes. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
They're going to do that every play, though, bro.
It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they built the lead here today.
And he stopped right there, no gain on the play.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Gets the back moving. Kamari again. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Fuck, you missed that tackle. Oh,
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Moulton.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on third down.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined
yeah,
up.
I can't even fucking.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. He's going for a big play downfield. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch them in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you can tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
Coming out with it, it's Phillips. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Sends it back in motion. Looking for a gap. It's Russell. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. He'll pull it down. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
In the backfield, he'll lose 3 on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the back. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. The quick game. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback has
done
100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom. Stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Takes the handoff. It's Russell. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Running inside. It's Moulton. 7-yard pickup on that one. 3rd down and 3 coming.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44.
Where the fuck are y'all going, bro? Where the fuck are y'all going?
He makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Pulls it on the option. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Looks as if he's going to run it. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big 1st down and keeps the clock moving.
And the Hawkeyes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this round. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. The Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. They'll run it. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. He's changing the play. The snap sets up to throw. Uncorks it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. The fake wants to throw. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Trying to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown Sooners.
What a play by this defense. The offense going in to take the lead. No. Flip the script. The big pick 6. Now you're leading in this ball game. What a play by the D.
And he added the extra point.
Number 19, Celtic kicking away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Pulls it. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Piles his way ahead. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He wants a big play here late. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on 4th down. It looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Here's Robinson one more time. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Iowa spends his 2nd time out here. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Hits inside. It's Blaylock. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game. And, Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out.
And that's really the identity of this offense, too. They are going to be physical. They're going to run the ball even when you know it's coming. And in that situation where you just need 1 first down to end the game, you can go out and execute like that. They're going to feel good after this one.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. Work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Quarterback takes a knee.